I'm about to present two members of our English Department Board of Visitors who will present a Distinguished Alumni Award. But first, I want to thank and I want to recognize the Board of Visitors. The Board of Visitors is a group of distinguished alumni who have a school, who are English majors here, and who have a strong commitment to the growth and vitality of the department and its teaching and its research mission. And I would like to name and to recognize the Board of Visitors members. And as I do, if you wouldn't mind standing up. Bishop Brady. Howard Shedd. Robert Eccles. Nancy Gelman. Sue Boyle, I know is unable to be here. Robert Grossman. Steve Gunderson, I know unable to be here. John Jenkov. Thomas Johnson. Jane Cadams. Laura Katz. Lester Lennon. Judith Mueller. Thomas Favela. William Reed. And the chair of the Board of Visitors, Nan Rubin. It's my pleasure to present Ward Katz and Tom Favela, members of the English Board of Visitors.
Thank you. Before I begin, I just want to congratulate, on behalf of the Board of Visitors, I want to congratulate all the recipients of today's awards and scholarships. I know a lot of hard work went into it, and you distinguished yourselves and the university and your families, so congratulations to all of you. As Professor Zimmerman said, since about 2009, the Board of Visitors has identified and honored graduates of the English department who have distinguished themselves in one or more of the following ways: professional achievement, contributions to society, or service to or support of the University of Wisconsin-Madison. These honorees, we've not only identified them, but we've presented an award each year to a distinguished recipient. The honorees demonstrate the value that their English education has had in their lives and the rewarding paths that an English major may take in life. The past honorees consist of an Academy Award nominated actress, a major college president, a world-renowned jazz musician and director, the director of the MacArthur Foundation, and the poet laureate of North Carolina. To present this year's honorees, I'd like to call upon a fellow member and past chairman of the Board of Visitors, Tom Favela.
Thanks, Ward. You know, sometimes it is tough being the caboose on the agenda, but I'll tell you, with the little engines that I saw in front of us, I'm glad to be attached to you. I mean, it is just amazing what we heard. I graduated, you know, maybe, I don't think I want to tell you, but it was probably 40 years ago or so. And it's always great to come back, but it is especially stimulating to see the kind of work that is done. Not just the hard work, but the passion that you have, and that's been expressed. But it's gratifying for somebody who was here 50 years ago. So I get the opportunity to do something different. I get an opportunity to introduce you to some people you probably don't know who are going to be awarded the Distinguished Alumni Award. So I'm honored and privileged to introduce to you Peter and Susan Straub. Now, unfortunately, Peter and Susan are not here due to some health issues that they're facing right now. But I want to tell you, they are here in spirit, and you're going to hear that because I also have the honor of reading their acceptance comments. So today we're honoring them, as Ward said, the 2016 Distinguished Alumni Award honorees. And this is the 6th time that we have passed out this award. Now, lots of times people think of a Distinguished Alumni Award as the same as a famous alumni award. And to some extent, even though Peter and Susan have earned an enviable amount of recognition in their careers throughout their lives, there's other reasons why we have done that, and I'll talk a little bit about that. So, for example, in terms of Peter, he has written more than 12 different novels, as well as a collection of short stories and poetry. 2 of his novels, The Ghost Story and Julia, were made into films. And more than 20 of his works have been translated into 20 to 25 different languages around the world. He's also co-authored a novel with pretty well-known award-winning Stephen King in this horror fantasy genre that he's been involved in. And he even upped it on Stephen King because he has won 8 Bram Stoker Awards, which is an annual award given out each year for superior achievement to somebody in this fantasy horror genre. As Peter's career started skyrocketing, Susan found her calling as the founder of the Read to Me program. And this is a program that encourages teen mothers to read with their babies. Read to Me as a program has been taught in numerous schools and community settings. It's been featured in O Magazine and won a number of different awards, including a very prestigious Reach Out and Read New York Literacy Champion Award. She has also co-authored 2 books and an award-winning film that's on her program. Today, we're recognizing Peter and Susan, not only for being outstanding in their fields, which they most certainly are, but really also for the reason for their success. And that reason is quite simply this. Peter and Susan, throughout their lives, throughout their careers, have worked tirelessly to increase people's awareness, people's excitement, people's passion about stories and storytelling, and also, in their words, about the importance of just having a good read. For Peter and Susan, stories go beyond pure entertainment. Whether the stories are wordless and cute in the picture books that we're offering included in Susan's Read to Me program, or whether they're the scary and really surreal words that were included in Peter's novels, the Straubs see stories and storytelling as essential tools to improve today's society. So Peter and Susan, although you are not here with us in person, you are in spirit, and we would like to thank you for letting us, in a very small way, acknowledge you and tell you how proud we are of you for all that you have achieved and for your storytelling. You truly are distinguished alumni of the University of Wisconsin's English department. Peter and Susan, you're not here. Cloak or something, but anyway, I had the honor and privilege of serving with Peter and Susan way back in 1999 as founding co-members of the English Board of Visitors, and then as such, I got the short straw, so I am going to read their comments. Dear English grads, hooray, you've done it. Here you are, families, your friends and professors. And here we are in Brooklyn, New York, hoping that the person reading our words is lively. We are grateful to be singled out as honored grads. We enjoyed our studies in Madison so much that it's amazing for being lauded for doing just what we love. We absolutely love being English majors. Our experience back in the 60s were idiosyncratic and different. But each of us remembers our UW days with gratitude and abiding affection. Who cannot love reading really good fiction and poetry? Our professors were splendid, devoted, stimulating, interesting, and responsive. Some of them wrote references for us. Others invited us into their homes. Some corresponded with us long after we left Madison. Peter's English degree led to 3 years as a high school English teacher, then some graduate school in New York City, later in Dublin, Ireland. He published books of poetry, some short fiction, and finally many novels. Susan's degree led to preparing inner city youths for higher education, some incredibly goofy, wonderful pickup jobs that finally led to studies in child psychotherapy, a social work degree, and the creation of a program to encourage mothers to read books with their babies. Now you will move on, go new places, do new things. You'll be able to find your way forward by examining what you are doing, as you are doing. Seeing what's up with your friends, figuring out what works and what doesn't work, which often tends to mean what feels good even when it doesn't, and what doesn't feel good even when it does. So here's our advice to you. Fall in love with your own confusion, because it'll see you through the scariest parts of the forest. What you don't know is what's going to actually save you, not the stuff in your half-forgotten intellectual backpacks. Keep a bunch of books loaded into your laptop, into your Kindle or your tablet or whatever you carry, and keep looking at the ones that really interest you. Keep talking to the friends who read these same books, plus a bunch of new ones, even if you hate what they think about them. Don't waste your time on the boring, the malicious, those who already know the big answers to life. These people are evil fakes, are to be blocked and avoided. Stay wide awake, stay creative, stay in tune with yourself. Make something new and all your own every single day, even if it's just a small thing. Remember that love is a dark, hurtful matter on top of also being all the terrific things that you already know about it. And unless you have to, never ever let it get out of your hands. Grief is love too. A mind-rattling notion you probably bumped up against first in either George Eliot or Anthony Trollope or Fernando Pessoa when you were reading their stunning, confusing, life-giving books. We think that you should remember that reading is a kind of thinking too. And your being that privileged variety of human being, that is, an English major, grants you access to a rare openness and generosity of thought. You've been given a great education in human motives, human possibilities, and the way other viewpoints shape and illuminate our own. The memory of what you did, of what you learned, and above all, of what you experienced here in Madison is the key to the rest of your life. All you have to do is slide this shining, mystery-laden key into the right lock. Thank you and best wishes, Peter and Susan Straub. So what we have, which we will send off to them, which just arrived today, is a vase or a vase that we present to the distinguished alumni. And on it, it says this year, 2016 Distinguished Alumni Award, English Department, University of Wisconsin-Madison, Susan and Peter Straub. And so we will be sending this off to them. Thank you very much.